In a world of high-performance automobiles, it's not uncommon for exotic cars to share components or ideas with their more mundane counterparts. While tales of Lamborghinis borrowing headlights or Jaguars sharing taillights are not unheard of, this story of how an unassuming Peugeot 505 played a pivotal role in the creation of an Aston Martin Vantage stands out as a unique example of lateral thinking and resourcefulness. This intriguing episode hails from the recollections of Steve Edwards, an engineering student apprentice at Aston Martin in 1993. It was during the development phase of what would eventually become the V8 Vantage, based on the Virage platform, that the engineering team encountered a formidable challenge. The prototype that they were working on was generating such crazy levels of torque that it repeatedly caused the differential to disengage from its rear hangers, an issue that demanded immediate resolution. To grasp the magnitude of the problem, it's worth revisiting the numbers. The Vantage inherited the Virage's 5.3-litre V8 engine and elevated its performance by adding a pair of superchargers. Yes, you heard correctly. Open the hood and you would be greeted by not one, but two superchargers. This resulted in an astonishing 550 horsepower and a massive 752 Nm of torque at 4,000 RPM. Figures that were remarkable for the time and remain impressive even by modern standards. The conundrum faced by the engineering team was clear. They needed a solution to handle this exceptional torque. It was their lead engineer who proposed the use of a torque tube, a component that could effectively address this problem. However, finding a torque tube was easier said than done, and this technology had become increasingly rare by the early 1990s. You see, torque tubes were used in older cars, and most newer cars featured the Hotchkiss drive system. But the torque tube was still in use in some automobiles, and the Chevrolet Corvette was known for its use of the torque tube to transmit power. However, locating a brand new American sports car in a British scrapyard was a challenging proposition. But as fate would have it, there was a car that still employed a torque tube setup, a car far more likely to be found in a breaker's yard, the Peugeot 505. Now, the Peugeot 505 was the last rear-wheel drive car produced by the French automaker, and it represented the culmination of a long lineage of dependable vehicles, tracing its roots back to the iconic 203 and 404, although it faced stiff competition in the West, particularly from the BMW E30. The 505 enjoyed a stellar reputation in regions like Africa, where its rugged performance in demanding terrains earned it a devoted following. This resilience was attributed to Peugeot's enduring design philosophy, which continued to incorporate the more robust torque tube setup. As an 18-year-old engineering apprentice, Steve Edwards embarked on a mission to source a torque tube from a Peugeot 505. Now, after a series of phone calls, he made his way to a London-based breaker's yard known as the Three Arches in a blue Ford Sierra estate. There he acquired a differential and propshaft assembly salvaged from a V6 505 estate. With the crucial component in hand, he headed back to the factory, and the team of 12 engineers embarked on the challenging task of integrating the torque tube into a Vantage. This endeavor necessitated substantial cutting, modification, and meticulous balancing. The results were nothing short of impressive. It solved the torque-related issues in the prototype. However, as Edward recalled, the splines on the driveshaft began to wear out, as the Peugeot 505 was not originally designed to handle the crazy high power and torque figures of the Aston Martin engine. Reviews of the pilot car noted some transmission lash, but despite these setbacks, the experiment validated the concept, paving the way forward to develop a production-friendly torque tube setup for the new Aston Martin. I think this is such a cool piece of automotive history. This story is how a discarded Peugeot 505 played a pivotal role in the development of a crazy cool Aston Martin Vantage. I mean, to think without this car would never have realized. Oh, and I have to say, I'm pretty thankful that it did. But at the end of the video, please let me know what you thought of the video and what you think of this really cool piece of automotive history. Let me know if you know of any other cool stories like this, so I can research it and maybe make a video of it in the future. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did like it, you'll most probably like most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?